router should work with this chip. The router is functioning correctly. I better not touch anything here. I must activate the data transfer in the console. If I follow the correct procedure, we will have device but will not touch the switches. Now I need to activate the data transfer on the terminal. I will come back to Nick when the server is running. Device but will not touch the switches. Now I need to activate the data transfer on the terminal and return to Nick. Device but will not touch the switches. Now I need to activate the data transfer on the I finished my work. I should return to Nick.
I see an active connection, but it took more time than I expected. Did something go wrong?
Yes, I need to replace a few details, but it is all right now.
Good. The communication issue is solved then. Abigail and I fixed a portable intercom for you, and I set a protected connection on it. Take it. You will need it on your first assignment.
Okay, what will it be?
Gregory will let you into details now.
So, everyone is here. As you already know, a group of humans we intended to accommodate have died in a crash. Abe was disabled. Next thing, we have a new task. Yesterday, our informer, police robot F2, should have brought us data disk with important information. He did not show up and there is no contact with him. We must obtain that data. Our plans will be compromised if the USS gets it first. We cannot enter our informer shelter because we will be detected the moment we step into the city. But police does not know about you, RT, so your task is to go to the city and find out what happened to F2.
What sort of information is on the data disk that I need to find?
We do not know, but we definitely know that it will save many human lives. F2 could not disclose such important information through the internet. It would be too risky.
Let's hope then that the data was worth the risk.
We have no doubt in that. You may contact us and report the situation. Nick provided you with a portable intercom with an encrypted transmission channel. You cannot be traced, but to avoid suspicion, I do not recommend to use it very often.
All right, I see.
That is it. Let us move forward. Patrick, prepare the aero car for the flight.
All right.
Nick, check the communication once more. Abigail, give RT his plasma cutter. He may need it.
Okie dokie.
Find apartment number 5. If my priorities had not changed, I would certainly disassemble this old car for its useful spare parts. However, I do not need this now. Besides, it would be irrational to use my cutter for this purpose. It would certainly damage the details. If my a canister for storage of the liquid fuel that was banned in the last century due to its highly explosive and toxic nature. I read that humans use these boxes to receive mail. It was a very unreliable method. There was also something about pigeons. A device for temperature control in the building. The red light indicates that it has been deactivated. Therefore, it is most likely useless.
Who is there? There's no one home.
It is strange. Somebody is answering me after all.
I cannot let you in. You must leave now or I will call the police.
I should not draw attention to myself. I should not draw attention to myself. I should not draw attention to myself. The red sign indicates that the unit is powered down and out of use. The elevator is broken. I will have to use... bicycle will hold my weight. I could cut the lock off with a plasma cutter, but it would activate the alarm, and that would expose me. It is empty. Humans were paranoid about their safety. These doors could withstand a small explosion. Perhaps I could find many useful things here, but right now I have to accomplish another task. Maybe I can come back later. The police officers have sealed the apartment. Our messenger's cover has most likely been blown. A police airlock. It cannot be opened without special equipment. I need to find another way to get in. Perhaps I could find many useful things. Despite the scientific progress, humans sometimes preferred primitive vehicles. I should not draw attention to myself. This is a bicycle, which is a wheeled vehicle propelled by human muscle power. I thought it would be bigger. It looks like this door has not been opened for quite some time. A device for temperature control. A device for temperature control in the building. The elevator is broken. The red sign indicates that the unit is powered down. I could cut the lock off with a plasma cutter, but it would activate the alarm, and that would expose me. Despite the scientific progress, I do not think this bicycle. It isn't. These doors are technically more advanced than the building itself. I think they have been recently replaced. It looks like this door has not been opened. Perhaps I could find many. If I had a transport earlier, I could save a lot of time. However, it is not easy to find a repairable aero car these days. Why would I need concrete wreckage? It is useless. Now it is not the time to explore these garbage cans. My priorities have changed. Humans used to throw out so many useful objects. I built most of my devices using materials that humans considered trash. Concrete wreckage. Why would I need concrete wreckage? It is useless. It is too high. I need to hook the ladder and pull it down. I need to pull down the ladder. Why would I need concrete wreckage? It is useless. Maximum power capacity, 1.21 gigawatts. If my priorities had not changed, I would certainly Besides, it would be concrete wreckage. Save the cutter's last charge for the window grate. Besides, this pipe does not look solid, so I could try. I failed to detach the pipe by hand. I need to find something heavy and try to break it off. can most likely break the pipe with the brick. It is one of those rare cases when brute force is more efficient than science. Good. Now I can reach the ladder. It is not working. Unfortunately, I cannot jump. Should I try to stand on this wreckage and reach the ladder? Looks like the police officers did not notice me. There are only books and some useless junk on these shelves. Police are quite active in this part of the city. I need to be careful. I would like to read this old literature, but it is not the time and the place. I cannot carry any extra materials now. I better come back later when I have the chance to digitize these books. I cannot carry any
You won't believe it, but I saw it with my own eyes. A damn robot jacked the Aero car. I just can't believe they could do such a thing. I mean, maybe it's some kind of power failure. Listen, turn off Jeff's auto updates, just in case. If this is some kind of bug, we better be on the safe side.
Apparently, this is some kind of container. There is nothing useful here. My charge will last 21 more hours and is currently at 87%. This is a good status since the police dock station is incompatible. It most likely contains useful information, which could help me to find the data disk. messenger's intercom. This model is newer than the one in the hospital. It is functioning. There is nothing useful here. An old tablet PC. It appears that it has been used recently. I cannot carry any extra materials now. I better come back later when The ammunition for this weapon has not been produced for many years, so it is completely useless. There is no point in disassembling it either, because it is too primitive to operate. I have encountered old newspapers and magazines on multiple occasions, but they were published 50 years before this newspaper. An elegant weapon from a less civilized time. An elegant weapon from a less civilized time. An elegant. Our messenger's intercom. This model is newer than the one in the hospital. It is functioning. First, I need to search the apartment. There are only books and Police are quite active in this part of the city. I need to be careful. I cannot carry any extra materials now. I better come back later when I have the chance to digitize these books. I wonder whether the messenger has collected these books, or were they here before his arrival. There is a secret safe deposit behind a painting. It is likely that the safe contains what I am searching for. I am stuck. I need to contact Gregory and decide what to do next. Hello, Gregory. I am on site.
Describe the situation. Did you succeed in entering the informer's apartment?
Yes, but I did not find F2. There's an airlock on the front door. It looks as though the police were here recently and searched the place.
Good. Did you find anything?
The disc is probably still here. I found a secret safe that has not been opened by the police, but I do not know how to open it.
I will ask Nick to help you. What else did you find?
I saw an unread message on the F2's intercom. It was received less than a day ago, most likely after the police visited the apartment. It says that the informer had an appointment in a place called The Core.
The Core. Let me see. There is an abandoned bar with such name 12 kilometers away from where you are. If you do not find the disc here, you should go and check there.
What if the bar is a trap?
We must take that risk, because it is our last lead. Was there anything else in the message?
It mentioned a key. I don't understand what it means.
I see. You need to open the safe. It may contain the disc or the key you talked about.
I concur. I also believe that the message is not a trap. Otherwise, why mention the key?
Let us hope for that. I will give you Nick. Over.
Hello, RT. Put your intercom closer to the safe so I can connect to it.
All right. The safe is next to me.
Good. I am launching a connection. Connected. The safe is old-fashioned. I already found information about a security vulnerability of this model on the internet. We need a factory reset. Done. The safe has just generated a new password. I intercepted the password, but it is encrypted.
What do we do?
It uses cryptographic protection, which cannot be hacked remotely. I will write you a password guessing program. Swap the elements on the save screen and use the hints on the intercom panel. Ready. You can start now. RT, I am cutting the connection. Someone is trying to intercept our signal. We must go radio silent for a few hours. You have got everything you need to crack the safe. Over.
I have never cracked anything. Now I can only count on myself. As I expected, there's no data disk inside, but it seems that I found the key that is referred to in the letter. I have to take a risk and go to a bar called The Core, where I will probably find something of use. I should go. I will not find anything else here. Why are the windows nailed down in this building? There is no one here. The lighting is functioning, although the building looks long abandoned. It is weird. An analog device for visual self-diagnostics. Very simple and very effective. Old-fashioned storage for objects. Recently, I found a similar one in an abandoned warehouse, and it contained a human skeleton. An old-fashioned It is locked. Maybe the key that I found in the informant's apartment would fit here. That there is something important behind it. I must crack the code to open it. A wooden door. There are many components here, made of this flammable material. It is locked. Music was most likely a significant part of human life. The very existence of this place proves it. Wake up, Mr. Newell. Wake up and smell the ashes. Stop. What did I just say? Why would humans put these objects on their heads? I do not know much about human anatomy, but I am aware of their fragility. I think humans should wear protective armor, not these objects. I observed a similar object on that old movie poster. The human was wearing it on their head. irrational choices humans made. Glass is too fragile to be a reliable storage device. It was like this when I found it. My data indicates that this table is intended for a game called Pool. The purpose of the game is to hit balls of the same type into the pockets, and the last deposited ball must be the 8-ball. It is probably a children's game, because calculating the force of one object upon another in its forward trajectory is a simple task. Why would a group of humans play these individual instruments together? I question this odd behavior when a single person or machine can synthesize music so effortlessly. A piano is a stringed keyboard musical instrument. Why is this table reserved? There's plenty of seating space. The audio is stored on an analog vinyl disc that provides an unsatisfactory sound quality. stairs to the basement. Why would anybody hide stairs inside a wardrobe? It is a weird place. It does not look abandoned to me. Someone was here recently. Were they humans? A food cooking station. A food cooking station. Based on the amount of dirty dishes left behind, it appears that humans stayed here for a long time. Apparently, they ran out of doors. Apparently, they ran out of doors. Why would the humans need bottled water? There is a sink in the basement, and the plumbing here works fine. Preserved food. If it is not damaged, its vacuum-sealed contents can be nutritious for decades. This particular canned food has a short expiration date. Preserved food. Preserved food. It appears someone was sick and medical care was dispensed. I read that humans had very efficient abilities to regenerate and heal, but they heavily relied on drugs to assist in this process. The temperature level in organic residue indicates that somebody cooked food here recently. I estimate it was less than 24 hours ago. An old box. Nothing useful. Nothing useful. An old box. What is it?
F2, I could not contact you, and I moved everyone to another place. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Put away your weapons. I am not an enemy.
I am not so sure. At least you are not from the police. Then, who are you? How did you get here?
I am RT-217NP. F2 was our informer. We were expecting important data from him, but he disappeared. I read a message on his intercom, and I assumed that you wrote it.
What happened to F2?
Apparently, he was exposed. There was a police search in his apartment. I didn't find the data there, and the intercom message was my only lead.
That means the police knows about this place as well.
I suppose no one saw the message but me. I deleted it after reading.
So we are on the same side and you help humans? How many of you are there?
That is correct. There are 5 of us. I thought we were the only ones who know the truth.
Nobody knows the whole truth, but you are not the only ones helping humans. We need to join forces. How many humans did you save?
None. The humans that we were supposed to meet died in a shuttle crash during the transfer.
I am sorry, We must join as soon as possible and transfer all humans into a safe place in order to avoid such accidents in the future.
I agree. What should we do?
F2 provided me some important information, which he apparently was going to give you as well. I need to meet your leader. Is that your aero car outside?
Yes, you need to see Gregory. I can take you to our shelter.
How many are in your group?
7 humans, 5 adults, and 2 children.
Where are they now?
They are in a shelter in the city. We move constantly to avoid detection. USS found our other 2 shelters, but thanks to F2, we escaped before the police arrived.
Do you know anything about other groups of humans?
We know that there are several isolated groups. We need to contact them. Otherwise, they will be tracked down sooner or later. I saw a police officer seizing a human in a supermarket today. Fortunately, I couldn't interfere and save him. He should bring his group in an appointed place this evening. We have to act secretly, because there are just a few robots who know the truth, and they are all wanted by the police.
We must ensure their security. It is hard to hide a group of humans and supply it with whatever is required. We cannot bring them all here, because it is easy to locate a building full of humans. RT told me that F2 turned over some data to you. Can it help us?
Exactly. While working with the police archives, F2 discovered information about an abandoned underground research lab. It has been shut down since the humans left. It is a perfect shelter. We could accommodate everyone there, even the ones we have yet to find. Police would not search for the place because it is outside of the city limits.
Is it safe to trust the information from the police archives?
Yes, it was not of interest to the USS and has not been analyzed. F2 deleted the data after he copied it, so no one will ever know about it.
That is great news. We need the coordinates, and then we can start preparing the lab for humans.
There are 2 issues. First, the exact coordinates are unknown. Because there are jamming devices in the woods, we must first track them down and disable them. Second, we do not know what is in the lab. We must check it for safety and then restore the power and water supply.
I see. You did very well, RT. I think you can solve these problems and prepare the lab. I need you to do your best because human lives depend on it.
The task looks complicated. What can go wrong?
As I said, the police will not look for the lab, but we do not know anything about its security system, so be careful. Also, the condition of the rooms is unpredictable because the lab has been closed for years.
RT, use an aero car to disable the jammers as soon as you can and take control of the lab. Fletcher and I will coordinate the transfer. We have 18 hours left. Charge yourself and go. The lab must be ready by this evening.
Copy that. Heading out. This drone has almost destroyed me. This must have been a very outdated model, because if it were a modern police drone, my chances of survival against it without any weapon would be minimal. Why was this Aerocar abandoned in the woods? It is quite difficult to walk to the city from here. Garage gates. I hope these are not locked. Still locked. I read that gamekeepers used to live in similar buildings, where they controlled hunting and protected wild animals. It is a good place to hide a jamming device. This jamming device prevents me from finding the underground lab. I need to turn it off. Now that this device is deactivated, all that is left to do is to find and deactivate the second one. Need to return to the Aerocar. Despite a drone attack, the Aerocar is still functioning. These sun batteries might be useful to me. I need to come back to collect them later. These sun batteries might be useful to me. I need to come back to collect them later. It is high enough here to look around and map a route. It is high enough here to look around and map a route. Evidently someone lived here before, and the jamming device was brought here later. Evidently someone lived here before, and the jamming device was brought here later. I think the jamming device is feeding off the solar batteries on the roof. Most likely it has a backup energy source though. If I turn off that source, it would be possible to locate the underground laboratory. The second jamming device is deactivated. Now we can figure out the location of the laboratory. I need to contact Nick.
RT, do you copy?
Nick, I can hear you. After I disabled the second jammer, the communication has been re-established.
That is great. You were silent for a long time. Is everything all right?
Yes, it is. Despite the guide drones who tried to destroy me, their lack of mobility can probably be explained by old-fashioned technology.
We didn't know about any security drones. Be careful.
Can we locate the lab now?
Yes, we can locate any electronics within 10 kilometers. I can see your own signal, the Aero car, 2 jammers. Got it. A huge object to the northwest from you must be the lab. I am forwarding you the coordinates. Find a way to get inside.
Copy that. I have arrived at the destination, but there's nothing here. I need to look around.